I just want to say, Patrice, last time we was together, you was calling Arsenal your little brothers. I want to say right about now, there's only one team that's looking like our little brothers.
No,
But
no,
I'll
no,
let you carry on.
no. It's fine if you want to compare to United, but I keep saying to all my Arsenal friends, and I respect Arsenal. Watching Arsenal is watching Netflix. You always wait for the next season, and trust me, every season is going to be like that. So don't even get involved, Joe. I'm like really nice, peaceful. Of course, United right now is a disaster. But please don't speak about Arsenal because now you're gonna cry what for the referee? Come on.
Rio, listen, I'm going to move it on to the show. Thank you for
Yeah, you
joining
better.
us, Pat. I can't promise you that I'm not going to say anything bad on this show, so I apologize in advance. But what do you think when you put a Manchester United game on TV these days? How does it make you feel, and what do you expect?
I don't watch United. I don't watch United for a reason because it breaks my heart. Because when I watch them play, against Tottenham, for example, I finish all my work. I say, you know what, I'm going to bring some positive energy, then 3-0. Then I promise you, I had a dinner with friends. I got a lot of things to do. First of all, after the game, I start sleeping. I nap. Normally, I never nap. I nap straight away after the game. Then I cancel, all my dinner and whatever. I think watching United is a deja vu. It's not just about this season. It's since Rio and I, Vida, Alex Ferguson, all those players left the club. I think every season is the same. So I'm not surprised when I watch a United game. It's like playing the roulette. You don't know what you're gonna expect, and this is sometimes you have to admit it. That's the way it is, and it's so many things like the body language, basic things. In football I still don't see those things happening. So now I think someone have to be responsible of that. The first half against Tottenham, I text Sir Alex Ferguson. I said, "Boss, imagine we didn't press for 45 minutes. What you gonna to do?" He said, "I'm gonna fine you at least a month's wages." So this is simple. I got the proof. It's not like I'm lying. But that's why it's difficult. And I say to Rio sometime in the WhatsApp group, Rio, you're losing your time because this generation is the TikTok generation where we don't have the same value. Before, we were football player. You eat, you sleep football. Now they are athletes, they are brown, they are politicians. It's too much distraction. And I don't blame them. That's why when I see Kino on TV and people being harsh on them, guys, this is the society. Football is not a priority. And when we're going to understand that and admit it, then people may be going to have a nice weekend and stop watching United or those kind of team playing.
Take it back to when we were playing. What happens at this moment in our time? What's it like in the changing room? Like who's leading these situations?
Rio, in our time, it will be a fight in the dressing room straight away. Like how many times Ferguson have to stop the training session? How many times you have to stop the training session, Rio, because someone didn't want to run in those small games? So that's why I say, guys, it's when we talk, people will say, "Oh, they keep talking about the past," but that's
Give
the
us
way
some
we've
examples,
been
Pat.
educated.
I can't remember. You got a good memory. Give us some examples.
But Rio, after my third training session, no, my first training session, but it was like 3 days. I just arrived. Like people say, okay, you play against Messi, against whatever. But every day I have to face Davis, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, Ronaldo, Berbatov. We used to have 3 teams, the A, the B, and C team. No matter the team, Ferguson will play. It will be the same United, the same attitude.
But just to carry on. So look, I know we've been talking Arsenal United, but Arsenal are 5 points behind Man City.
Man City are now the favourites again. Who can stop them? Liverpool, I don't know if they're going to be able to go the course. I've got Man City as outright favourites right now to win the league because they have the experience, they have the players, they have a manager who is relentless. But I think Liverpool are going to be the closest challengers. Arsenal, I think, too far away already now. Injuries, confidence a little bit low than what we're used to seeing. And it's going to be a long road back for Arsenal.
I mean, Joe, I will stay positive. It's early.
Mm.
You know, everything can happen in football. But
Mm.
why every year, especially last year, I say, or I think the year before, you remember when they
We were
drew
like,
a game away and they lost against Newcastle? And I
we,
see the face expression. The problem with Arsenal, don't get me wrong, Joe, the way they're improving the last is unbelievable. It's phenomenal. They deserve to win the title. To win the title, you need, like I say, three teams. And Arsenal have one team. I always say when Saliba, all those key players, they get injured, Arsenal will suffer because they have nobody to replace him. And I'm sorry, they don't have a killer. They don't have a striker. Who is the striker? Like a killer. Like Joe, I'm asking a player when he have a bad game, but he's going to score 1 or 2 goals.
I think, look, I'll be honest with you. The closest we have to a killer has to be Bukayo Saka. Did you see the game yesterday? Okay.
I wish we have like 2... Rio, we don't. I talk about this in the group. I say why we don't have a Bukayo Saka. He's the clinical player.
I said it as well.
He's a winger. He's a winger. He's not a number 9. I want someone sleeping all the game. You say, oh my God, he have his worst game. Then boom, 1 goal or 2 goals.
Yeah.
Of course, Saka, but he's a winger. He's too far.
No,
you need a number 9.
But you say that, but his numbers are very impressive at the moment. You know, we're talking around 5 assists this season, 7 goals.
I know, but I will give you an example. Lampard. If we talk about Frank Lampard, number are amazing.
Yeah.
But in front, you will still have a Didier Drogba to add something. That's why I mean you can't tell me Arsenal are counting only on the Bukayo Saka.
This is why I disagree, because yes, it will be nice to have a very clinical number 9, but my friend, as good as Didier Drogba is, not every season he was clinical as well. Let's be honest, you know. So I don't think the way we've set up is bad as per se. I agree with you. I think we need more depth. I think we only have, if I would say 12, 13 players that I can say are you know, they could push for the starting 11. I think,
Joe, I'm talking about a striker. Like, imagine United, for us to win the league. No, okay. We have Tevez, Ronaldo, Rooney, and Berbatov, and Van Nistelrooy. We had like 4 strikers, Joe. Arsenal don't even have 1 striker. Why you want me to talk about Arsenal winning the league?
But
sorry?
Patrice, times have changed, because you guys used to come up, Rio in with Vida, they'll come up against 2 strikers. These days, they're playing against 1 if they're lucky. You know, you guys wasn't playing with false 9.
But this is again a problem. Put more striker then. Put more striker back to scoring goals.
Who is there in the world, Patrice? It's easy to say more striker. But if, for example, right now, you've seen the way the costs are and the prices are to pay for players.
Why you didn't get... You tell me Galatasaray was able to buy Osimhen. Arsenal wasn't able to buy Osimhen. Ivan Toney went to Saudi. No, guys, sometimes let's tell the truth. Political. A player like Ivan Toney, people say he went to the money for Saudi or whatever. Just because of his story of betting, no any club wanted him.
But Patrice, you're still wrong. You're still wrong.
People scared of the sponsors.
Yes.
These days, we have financial fair play, Patrice. You can't just go and spend. Otherwise, you have to start doing what Chelsea are doing, giving players like Mudryk 8 years contracts, and you don't even know whether it's going to be a success or not. So the game has changed.
Okay, you tell me. So you tell me it's because of the fair play they couldn't buy even Toney or Osimhen. Arsenal.
But you have to look at the way we structure our club, right? Even Toney is 28 years old. How much are they willing?
You need to win now. It's not about the age. You need to win now. Stop your bullshit, Joe. I don't think about the past. If you live in the past, you're gonna live with regret. If you think about the future, you're gonna live with anxiety and stress and dream the present. Can you bring a player for 1 season? You win the league after selling. Even if it's 40, 50.
This is what Man United done with Van Persie. We needed a number 9.
I knew you were going to say that.
Come in the worst team that Man United ever had to win a league. Come on, Robin, win us the league. Boom.
But Rio,
you need to win, Joe.
It cost you 25 million. Even back then, that was a snip. Right now, these days, you're paying X amount of money. No disrespect. You end up with Zertsky. We don't even know if he's a striker or not. Or you pay 70 million. You've got Hoyland.
Wait.
We don't know whether he's fit or not.
Joe, can you find how much Galatasaray bought?
He's on loan. He's on loan.
So why he didn't come on loan? You couldn't get him on loan.
But he could have went. His plan was initially he wanted Chelsea, my friend. He wanted Chelsea.
Oh my God! Ask Rio.
Patrice,
When Bob Percy signed for us, we were like having a warm-up on the bike. I remember he shook the hands of everyone. I shook his hand. I said, welcome to a man club. He gave me the F word. 1 month later, he apologized. I said, why you apologize? He said, because I can see the way you train. Everyone is at the gym before the training. Everyone is at the gym after the session. You all win the Premier League. That's the mentality. But for me, Arsenal are the right track. When I see player like Declan Rice, player like that, maybe not too much fancy, but hard worker. That's when Arsenal started to make the difference. But now, can they be clinical? Can they have like a dirty number 9? Who cares if he's left-footed or right-footed? Just here to score goal. That's when Arsenal started to make the difference. But now, can they be clinical? Can they have like a dirty number 9? Who cares if he's left-footed or right-footed? Just here to score goal and not counting on a Bukayo Saka.
Maybe, but I have to say, what everything you're saying made sense 10 years ago. Right now, if you're looking at players now, you end up with Delete. You end up with the now players like Delete. You end up with the now players that you've bought over the last few years, and there's been no success.
You see, Rio, it's because now everyone wants to change the football. Like even the system, people say they play 3 at the back. Back in the day, even in the 80s, people were already doing that. And again, you know, I think Guardiola is one of the best managers. But Guardiola, he killed the game. And when I say that, people will say because it's United and City. No. Because now we got robots, academy. Everyone want to play like Guardiola. The goalkeeper have to be a number 10. So why we don't back where the football belong? Like a defender, center-back need to tackle, put his head, like those kind of things. But now everyone want to play amazingly. Back in the day, people like, United, what we were doing, just play forward. Edwin, maybe to Rio to me, Scholes, change diagonal, cross, Ronaldo, goal, Rooney. People were saying, we were playing an amazing football, but we were aggressive and clinical. That's it. But now, like yourself, you say, oh, but this is your time. Then bring back the old days. Play straight forward. This tiki-taka, only Guardiola can do it. Why everyone is copying Guardiola? We have no creativity. We are no genius anymore. You will never see a player like Ronaldinho anymore or Hazard or whatever. Because when he's going to be young, those coaches, what they're going to tell him? If you don't pass the ball, I put you on the bench. All football comes from the street. The closest?
I was going to say the closest that we're seeing right now is in Barcelona, Lamine Yamal. I want to give him a good shout out. That was a great performance beating Real Madrid 4-0. Those Barcelona players. Did you guys see the post, by the way? The Instagram post.
Crazy.
Hilarious stuff. Hilarious. Crazy. And I'm glad to see that rivalry. Before I move on, that is a great example of a mega club, Barcelona, who they've gone through issues, but they've been able to, make changes and come back. So I think the question that a lot of fans ask is why Manchester United can't do the same thing, because we can't deny that Barcelona have had issues as well. If there's
they have had issues. They had issues, and they invested in kids.
Many clubs.
Yeah, they invested in the kids, which is good. They've got good enough kids, and sometimes it's generational. You have to wait sometimes for them kids to come through. They've come through now, and they're doing well. But it's like Vinicius Junior said when he was arguing with Gavi in the game. He said, next week, he's 4-0 now, but next week I'm going to go for Ballon d'Or. Remember that.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. And Rio, don't forget, Spanish football changed their whole football. I watched the Euros. It was finished the tiki-taka. They were direct because they understand he was great when they have the amazing Barcelona team, whatever, but play forward now. And now everyone just wants to play tiki-taka.
Two fast wingers, they play forward.
Feed them, let them do whatever they want. I'm gonna go back to Rashford, and I don't want to find any excuse for him. But did Ten Hag tell to Rashford, play free, just get the ball, just dribble, do whatever you want? No, because everything has to be organized. You stay on the side for 1 minute. You don't come inside. No. Yamal is a perfect example. Do you think their coach is telling to Yamal, guys, when you get the ball, no, kill him. Kill him. That's it.
And he has that confidence. And I think good coaching, the manager's getting his philosophy across. I think you have to give Arne Slot at Liverpool great credit. He's come in. Yes, he's come into a better system, a better group of players, I think, and a more stable club, more stable bunch of players. But I think the way he has coached his team and come in and tweaked a little bit here and there, not too much, and has got them playing. Liverpool, I think, are going to be the team that challenge Man City closest this year.
Okay.
And on that note, I have to talk about the pod we've got coming on Thursday, by the way. Virgil van Dijk, we sat down with him. We done a little meet and greet, little
Great
chat
guys.
about what's going on,
Great
man.
guys.
So listen, I can't wait to kind of get hold of him and for you guys to see that.
You know,
Big
Joe,
coach.
that's why we're not afraid even to give compliment to Liverpool. And what I like about his manager, he didn't come and say, I'm going to change the football. You know, okay, what's Klopp have done? Okay, I'm going to add this. Maybe the human side, I'm going to be more friendly or whatever. But our manager, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Ole, how do you want us to even have a style of play? One want to play tiki-taka. When Van Gaal come, he say, now we're going to play like Barcelona. The other is like United are so far beyond. And tell me why Liverpool, after Klopp, find straight away the right manager. Because maybe they say, stick to the plan, just add something. Because the scout, they must have made their research or whatever. They could have picked any manager, but they picked the right one. And that's why we are not capable of.